things that I love are just like all the little new moves you can do, the new combos you can do. This year there's a lot more dedicated signature combos. So just double throws on the stick, from a stand or moving, there's a lot of new content there. We added a new feature called the breakdowns. And they're similar to the silent movies that we had in the past where you flick the stick and then they would do a whole sequence of moves. But we expanded those to have two types, one with turbo, one without turbo. And the animations that you get there, a lot of them are pro play animations, and they're just really dynamic. They get a lot of motion, they get the defense moving, and they're really signature. And I think shooting is going to be really well received because the hardcore players are going to love that it's truly green or miss. They're not going to miss so many full bars that they had last year.
I've never met a shot I didn't like, Mike, so I like the scoring being up because that's what I'm going to be doing this year. No more dribbling and point guard for me. Sorry, Team 2KTV. I'm going full scorer mode, Mamba's on the cover. So as fans get their hands on 24, are there any control changes this year to how you play the game?
Yeah, so with dribbling there's going to be a lot. But one I want to call out is the blowout dribble. So this is like a small change, but it's actually a huge change. So it's real simple. If you're moving, you're driving, or you're dribbling up court, usually in transition, if you tap the sprint trigger, you'll get a nice push blowout dribble that you can control now. In the past, we've had them before, and they used to be automatic. But now you can control them, so it's a great way just to start the break, one-man break, and get out there ahead of the defense. Defense as well. Right stick defense for stealing is back. We changed the logic a lot to look at where the hand is and make sure you're stealing with the correct hand at the right time. So that feels a lot better.
I also remember one from the community feedback session, the R1L1 on the fast break for big men is gone, and you were asking the community members, do you like this? And they actually thought it was a creative skill gap. So
yeah, I think when you first jump on the sticks, it's a little bit like, oh man, what happened to my easy controls? But it was kind of cheesy. In-house, we felt it was a little bit of a crutch. And so the community...
And now the starting lineup. In the middle, 6'8".
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivey. Isaiah Stewart out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. And for the Warriors, a great
Substitution on the court.
really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done, and I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors.
3 points.
Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Paul in for Curry. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Thompson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And that one's good by Clark.
They are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Stewart kicks to Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And stolen by NP. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Kuminga throws it down.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
From 13, Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love Cade Cunningham taking what the defense gives him, making the most of a mid-range opening.
No good from Clark. Pistons trail by 18. Greg, here we are watching Claxton. Who does he remind you of?
Kevin, defensively, he looks a lot like AD out there. Similar builds, and Claxton can also handle the ball a little bit. Just want to see if this guy can develop an ability to play facing up to the basket.
Off target from the wing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Cunningham. And again, Cunningham missing.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Paul finds Clark. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Wiggins. Then for the Pistons, Bagley, he's checked in for Stewart. And Trent subbed in for Ivey.
If you're Cunningham, keep going inside. Good things will happen.
And the Warriors making a change here. Moody's checked in. Warriors leading by 17. Clark outside. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
It was really that second wave in the rotation that took the offense to another level.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with
27. The Pistons, 10.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
That's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second quarter. Front court spots are filled by Thompson and Bogdanovich. Gary Trent is out there with Morris, and it's Bagley in at the 5. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors leading by 15. Here we see the Detroit Pistons drag a franchise known for stifling defense.
And going back with the bad boys, then the amazing 2004 title team that shut down Shaq and Kobe. And the Pistons have been great. They've had that defense first mentality.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. The Golden State Warriors have made the transformation from a league doormat to an all-time champion since the turn of the century. Now, some sources say that the Warriors are the most valuable franchise in the NBA. And right there amongst the most valuable in the world. New ownership, a new arena, they've made a difference to be sure, but make no mistake, Stephen Curry has been the linchpin. Guys?
Absolutely, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Trent passes to Bagley. 5 on the clock. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
And the 3-ball is good. 12 points for MP.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Morris against Curry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Trent. And that one's good by Clark.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Morris outside. Thompson up top. He's covered by Clark. And the shot goes in. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
I like how Isaiah Stewart found a teammate there. Impressive passing for a big.
Curry kicks to Green. Clark for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Morris passes to Ivy. The dish to Bagley. Back to Ivy.
2 minutes.
Warriors with the rebound.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
From beyond the arc. No good from Clark. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Thunder.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
Timeout called the Warriors. Greg, take a look at Monte Morris for a second. You got to be inspired by his terrific story.
I mean, from late second round pick to a seasoned NBA player, Morris never gave up on himself and continues to impress with each passing season.
Different look here for And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different. Warriors with some changes. Looney's checked in for Achua. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. And it's Clark in for Andrew Wiggins. Then for the Pistons, Marvin Bagley's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Cade Cunningham.
How many games they make you play before you create a jump shot?
With the rebound. Looney's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green working at power forward. Kevon Looney out there with Clark. That's the Warriors' five. For Detroit, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
This is what's terrific about Jaden Ivey. He has the size to do damage in there.
Clark outside. Lets the three fly. They get it again. Looney goes up with it again. Bagley with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Hey, Smitty, when we take a look at the center position, what stands out to you most in terms of what's changed about that position over time?
Well, the center position right now is like a guard position. Most of these guys can initiate offense, they can shoot the three, and they can get it off the glass and bring it up and create offense with the dribble.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Peyton, he's checked in for Thompson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Stephen Curry. And then for Detroit, Thompson comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Trent subbed in for Ivy. The Warriors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. Detroit making a switch.
Claxton's checked in. And Morris has got the ball here for Detroit. Pass to Bagley. He kicks it to Thompson. Morris outside. Claxton with it. Looney on him. The shot's good from Claxton.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Clark for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morris dishes to Bagley. Back to Morris. And no good that time. Good defensively by Paul. Pass to Clark. To the inside. Here's Thompson. Some solid defense from Clark. Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Peyton. Paul kicks to Peyton. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Even late in his career, no one passes it better than Chris Paul.
Morris outside, passes it to Trent. Bagley with the ball. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Clark for 3. Unable to get that one. Trent against Peyton. Here's Trent. Over Peyton. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
You love for Gary Trent Jr. to continue looking for these kinds of shots. This will improve his overall efficiency.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
So We see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came